Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Lori. Okay, people, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you need to sign up for the newsletter. Where do you do it? drloriv.com. What's in it? New information, things about discounts, reselling tips, all kinds of information that you need. So sign up for the newsletter. All right. I've said it a lot of times. Sign up. And then there's lots of great videos. You know about them. You know about the binge link, but new video coming up. All of you guys are saying, oh, well, not all of you, but a lot of you are saying, everything's very expensive and people are realizing what thrifting is and people are asking too much for these things. I'm showing you real bargains. In these real bargain videos, people are finding real bargains, people just like you. If you watch those videos and you take note of the objects that they're finding and the values I'm giving you, you're going to get yourself, basically, I'm giving you a treasure hunting map, a laundry list of the most valuable pieces that you can find at the thrift store, the yard sale, the antique mall. Look at this one. This is a Murano piece. This woman who got this Murano piece found a real bargain. And the bid for this Murano piece was just about $20. She not only got that Murano piece for it, but 3 others. That's 4 Murano pieces for a very low bid of course, $20. And I'm not going to tell you what it's worth because you can watch the video, which is coming up soon in a couple of days. Watch the video and see how much she got for that very low bid. There are a lot of treasures out there, a lot of bargains out there, and I'm finding them for you. Oh, gosh, great. Tonight, of course, I'm looking at your objects. We had some overloading issues. There might be some limitations, but I'm telling you, we're back with, of course, looking at your objects. So thanks for joining me. And I appreciate clear, plain backgrounds as best as you can, good lighting so I can see your objects. And we have guests galore from all over. I'm also taking your questions. So if you want to type in your questions, you may do that too. I'm Dr. Lori. Let's see your objects. I'd like to see some smiles, please. There's a smile. There we go. We've got some nice smiles. We've got some nice pieces, plain backgrounds. These people are professionals. I like it. Looks good. Looks really good. Let's start with this glass piece over here. What's your name? Got a glass piece, rather tall.
Hey, Dr. Lori. My name is Eric.
Hi, Eric. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Where are you in the world?
I am in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Hey, nice. A little hot, but nice.
Hot and humid.
Yeah. Great historic district, St. Petersburg. Lots of friends who live there. So tell me a little bit about this. How did you acquire it? And then tell everybody about that nice label.
Yeah, so I got this at Shop Goodwill. It was $50. It is 15.5 inches high and then 8 inches around.
So significant, right? And 8 inches. Did you do circumference or did you do diameter?
Diameter.
Okay, you do diameter. Okay. So, and then tell us about that label.
Oh, yeah. And then so at the top here, it says... I
don't know if you can see it. Why don't you read it for everybody?
Yeah, it says Res Murano, made in Italy.
Right. So a couple of different things. You want to see these marks with Murano pieces. I was just talking about a real Murano bargain that's coming up in another video. And I talk about Murano a lot and what to look for. One of the things you want to look for are consistent, how to tell. I always teach you how to tell. Consistent, of course, elements with respect to design. The other thing that you want to see with respect to Murano are those all-important markings or labels, because there are a lot of knockoffs. There are a lot of people who are even right in the Murano area, right in Venice, and it's 100 or more, of course, islands around of Venice. A lot of people are mimicking Murano, so you want to make sure you're looking at that. So, how much did you pay for this 15-inch tall piece?
$50 with shipping.
Oh, you told me that. And you got it on shopgoodwill.com. So it was a bidding situation.
Yep.
How much? So when you're bidding up to $50, are you saying to yourself, Eric, you better cool it here because we're getting close?
No, I mean, I've watched enough of you to kind of have a good idea. And there's a few things that stood out to me about this.
What stood out to you?
Kind of the way that the bottom and the top part's connected. From what I can tell, it's called incamo.
So that's a very important aspect of design elements after 1960. The other thing about that is you want to see, again, that juxtaposition of color or style or, a weightiness versus a lightness. And that's something that you see. Anytime you see contrast, that's usually pretty good in design. Okay, so I'm impressed by that. That's a good thing that you knew. And then basically what you're looking at here is you're looking at a piece that has a lot of style and a lot of check boxes are marked off in this particular vase. Value on the piece, about $215 for your $50 investment.
Well, not bad.
Not bad at all. And make sure you protect the tag. I say it all the time, protect the tag. If you're going to resell it, I'm doing my classes, and a lot of you know this. I'm putting together classes for, how to sell online. Where's the best place to resell this? How do you sell that? What about negotiating for a lot of you? Because I know a lot of you are new to the channel, and I welcome all of you. And a lot of you have been with me for years and years and years, and I welcome you too. So good to see you. Congratulations. I really like that. I really like that piece very much. A really nice one. One more question for you. If you saw another one, would you buy it?
I probably would.
Okay. I probably would think you probably would be well served to purchase it. And the reason why is because you don't see these every day. And to get $200 for a $50 investment is still pretty good in this market for Murano glass.
Yeah, so I do have a quick question, hopefully, about the manufacturer, the maker of it. I tried looking them up, and I found a lot of stuff, and I know you're always talking about examining the whole market rather than just one specific source. Yeah. But I saw everything that I could find with the maker was table lamps, but their table lamps were selling for like thousands.
A lot. Yeah, for a lot. So basically, a lot of people will also put a cap on that and make it a table lamp. A lot of people do that, and then they jack up the price, but that's not what it's intended for. Always go by the maker, also go by where it's made. And, when it comes down to it, the holy grail is, what does the design look like? Is it high quality? And what's the design look like? So good for you. Nice to see you.
Gotcha. Great. Thank you.
My pleasure. Great. Yeah. Really nice. That's a really nice piece. So a lot of people will add caps. So that's called a marriage. When you put two dissimilar things together and they stick it out, a marriage. So that's what you're looking at there. And I like the fact that he was able to identify this piece and also able to recognize that, the label was authentic too. Because a lot of times you're going to see that happen too over the years. There's been a lot of tricks going on, even pre-internet. So that's what we're looking at here. Very nice. That was a great one. I like it. Yeah, I'm taking your questions. And of course, I have my guests from all over. Let's see what they've got.
Hi, Dr. Lori. My name is Christina.
Hi, Christina. Nice to see you. And then I have someone who just sat down who has some oyster. I've got another piece that is actually a pendant of some sort. Can I see this pendant?
Yes. Sure.
Don't go far, Christina. Christina's like, oh no. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm well. I'm actually new to your channel.
Nice to meet you. Are you enjoying the channel?
I love it so much. That's all I've been doing since last week is watching the binge link and watching every single video of yours. Like all day, every day.
I hope it's helpful and I hope it's a lot of fun. So are you?
It's so fun. I love it.
Okay, yes, well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad, sweetie. It's nice to meet you. Where's home, or where are you now?
Well, right now I'm in Houston, but I'm actually from Spain.
Oh, hey, España. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Right. So what have we got here? How did you acquire this, and is this piece marked?
So I couldn't find a mark. This is the back. This is kind of what caught my attention because it seems kind of like elaborate for it.
I like the back. Can you show us the back, Jessica?
Yes.
Okay. Look at how the back actually looks like almost a flower form. Lots of open, I call it positive space and negative space. So the negative space, of course, are the holes or the open work. And then the positive space, of course, is the metal. When it's done that, in a geometric pattern like that, usually they'll replicate it and make many of them, then use them over and over again. Okay. And then you've got a logo tag there that you're holding? Oh, no, that's the clasp.
It's a clasp. So it has that's why I was confused because I didn't know. I thought it was a pendant, so I added this. I actually bought this to add it because I saw it had a little circle to hook it.
So here's what you had. Here's what you had, sweetie. So basically, you have the little clasp that goes in the box clasp. So that probably was a clasp on a necklace, right? You decided to make it into a pendant, and you added, of course, the bail, right? You added that little piece. And then have you tested any of those stones? And there's no marking on there's no fineness mark, for example, 925 or anything like that on the metal, correct?
Correct. So the only thing I could see on this part is it has like a number. It looks like a 3 potentially.
Okay. All right.
But I couldn't see anything. But I took it to the jeweler. They did tell me that these were diamonds.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all I know.
Okay, so you have the diamonds. You could have done that too with the diamond tester, which we offer. Of course, that's at drloriv.com. When you purchase a product like that, I get a compensation. But what's more important than that is they're diamonds. The stone in the middle, did they test that for you or no?
Well, I'm gonna go and tell them to test it too, probably, because I thought it was plastic when I first got it. But since these are diamonds, I'm assuming it's
they're not putting plastic with diamonds. It's unfortunate that while they were there, they didn't just take out the Presidium gemstone tester and test it for you. But again, that does look like a relatively deep, whether it's a deep blue topaz, it could be a sapphire with all those diamonds. And then I'm very surprised that you won't have a mark on, of course, the metal. So it's probably white gold. And you'll probably, if you look with your magnifying loupe, you actually probably will find, of course, a mark for it on that particular piece. So I think it was, in fact, utilized as a very decorative clasp, probably for a strand of pearls, right? Because you have the blue and you have the diamonds, and oftentimes that color combination goes along with pearls. It could also be utilized as a pendant as well as a clasp. Now, value on the piece. First of all, tell me how you acquired it. Where'd you get it?
So I got it in Spain. It's actually our old relative. We got some inheritance, and this was one thing that was in the box at the bottom. It was all really dark. Like I couldn't even tell what it was. I thought it was just like plastic, but then I shined it up and it kind of was starting to shine on the back. So I was like, oh, it might be silver. I couldn't see a mark. And then I started researching, and that's how I found you.
So you had no trouble shining it. You had no trouble getting it clean. That's one of the telltale signs when you have a good piece of jewelry, when you start to clean it and it starts to shine up almost very quickly, and then things start to sparkle. Now, crystals can sparkle too, right? You know, I've got the Swarovski on. The Swarovski can sparkle too, but, and of course, they're not diamonds. But basically what you're looking at is a really fine piece. Now, how much is it going to be valued? I'm looking at probably at least 2 total carat, maybe even 2.5 total carat weight of diamonds. And then we've got to find out that central stone. It looks like white gold to me. Back up a little bit for me, darling. Come, there you go. Back up a little more. Okay. And so everybody can see it. It really is quite fine. You put the bail on it. I think as a pendant, you're probably looking at between $800 and $950 for that piece. Wow. That's the resale market today. I would find a nice sterling silver or white gold chain for it for yourself and wear it around your neck and enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Wow.
It's really my pleasure. It's lovely to get family heirloom gifts like that. That's great.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
All right. Adios, amiga.
Adios. Hasta luego.
Ah, wonderful. That's a beautiful piece. And remember, you know, those types of pieces, if they clean up really quickly, you probably got the real thing. I'm happy that you went to the jeweler, a GIA, probably certified gemologist who tested the diamonds for it. And you can, of course, test them yourself too. That's right. The world is very, very busy. I'm so happy to see Poshmark sales. That's great. I'm happy to provide the appraisals too. And thank you for the super chats and super stickers. That, of course, helps us to continue to make videos that help all of you. So thank you for your support and showing your appreciation that way. It's a great way to, of course, help us out. A couple of different things. A lot of you are doing that. It wasn't Randy. It wasn't black at all. It was blue. So it's not black onyx, but thanks again for your comment. So basically what we're looking at is we're looking at that particular idea of trying to figure out, hey, where can I sell best? What can I do? And again, my classes are helping you do that too, as well as video calls. The classes are a lot of fun. They're 2.5 hours of hanging out with your friends who also love art, antiques, and collectibles with me. You can, of course, register online at the website. Go to drloriv.com and it'll say appearances. And if you click on that, it'll come to you'll take it to my schedule, and my schedule will be right there. Or the specials and shop page. You can find it there too. But the classes are very fun. And at the time of this taping, the classes are at a very low price. My class for, again, 2.5 hours of fun with me and others to get an appraisal too is $39 at the time of the taping. So you can't beat it. Now, spots do fill up quickly, so I suggest you get there as soon as possible. Yeah, great to see you guys here. Hey, guests are here. Let's see what they've got. There's some jewelry. We've got a blue and a white piece necklace. We've got some food dogs. Food dogs. And then we've got a piece, it's a little bit difficult to see what might be a painting or a watercolor there. All right. Let's see. I don't see a very good connection on the blue and the white. It kind of seems to be a little bit varied on the blue and the white piece. Let's see. So let's go with these food dogs. Hi, what's your name, hon?
Hi, Dr. Lori. Susan from Los Angeles.
Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. Did you say you're from LA?
Yes.
Great. Okay. What have you got? Where did you get these food dogs standing on those decorative orbs?
Yard sale.
How much did you pay?
$20 for the set.
Can I see the underside? Get it close to the camera. Put one down. We know you have two. Put one down. It'll be easier for you, honey. Well, you got earthenware ceramic, right? It's fired at a relatively low temperature, earthenware ceramic. And then you've got a nice glaze. Can I see the faces? Or the face? There we go. So food dogs are oftentimes sentinel figures. I talk about them a lot. They're very typical in Asian culture. You see them in palace architecture as well. And these have a lot of design and decoration going on them. So I seem to like them. Let's see. Are they 7 inches tall? 7 inches tall? I would. How much did you pay for them?
$20 for the set.
Yeah, you did okay at $20 for the set. I would say the set's worth about $65. And they date to about the 1950s.
Okay. I tried to talk him down, but he said they were his wife's and he didn't want to go any lower and she wasn't home. So.
Okay, well, that's understandable. You know, he didn't want to get in trouble with his wife.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. But, you know, another thing you could do is say, well, when your wife comes home, you know, give me a call. I'm going to go. When you walk with your wallet, people go, oh, she's so sassy. I am sassy. When you walk with your wallet, you'd be surprised at how fast he makes a decision different. Yeah, he probably would change his mind if he thought he was going to lose that sale.
Then
But, you know, hey, you tried. You're not unhappy. He's not unhappy. The world is good. $60.
Yeah. I like the colors and all the details.
The detail is quite nice. I like the way that's done. And of course, that handwork is, you know, that's a skill as well. So good to see you. Thanks for being with me.
All right. Thank you.
Sure. I like the cityscape behind her too. That's fun. So I'm Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I'm here to help you to identify what's valuable, what's quality, and of course, what it's worth. My guests are from all over the world. And of course, I provide appraisals based on actual sales records where similar pieces have sold recently. So this is where someone actually paid this much for these particular pieces. So that's great. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the class. Jackie, it was great to see you there. A lot of people had all different types of objects. And so many of you in the class, of course, take the class to learn from everybody else's objects and to learn how to tell in a broad way. So, you know, basically, you know, Jackie might have a cookbook. Somebody else might have a sculpture. Somebody else might have a Polynesian, you know, mask. It all depends. It's all up for grabs. And basically, I'll identify what you look for in those individual objects. So a lot of people enjoy, of course, doing that. It's easy to do. You know, we do it through Zoom. You get a link, you click the link, and there you are with us. Let's see what we've got here. We've got this nice plate. A baronial plate are what these are called because they have, of course, a royal or military insignia on the middle. Hi, I'm Dr. Lori. How you doing?
Hi, Dr. Lori. I'm Christina. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Christina. Nice to meet you. So tell me, where are you in the world, Christina?
I am in Louisville, Kentucky.
Ah, beautiful Louisville. Louisville. I got off the plane in Louisville, and it was the T-shirt with all the different ways to say it. Yeah. I was appearing at the home show there. I did many times, actually. Yeah, a wonderful place, lovely, warm people. So it's nice to be. It's probably hot there today.
Very, very hot. Yes.
Very hot there. But beautiful, Louisville. So tell me about this piece.
So last Saturday, I went to Goodwill and found this plate. On the back, it says M. Imp de Sèvres.
Yep.
And I thought it was cool because my husband's from France.
Oh, cool.
And I knew that Sèvres was Limoges or was French, right? And so I thought, hey, maybe I'll buy this plate. Well, turns out it was $4.99. All the other plates were 99 cents. I almost didn't buy it. And so then I took a look and I asked the cashier if she would take 99 cents. She said no. And I said, you know what? I know it's French, so I'll take it. I think
okay, so it was I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to clarify. It was $4.99 at Goodwill last Saturday. Right. You asked, they said no. Okay, you're fine. It was good that you asked. You should always ask. All of you should ask. It's not going to hurt. Who cares if they say no? Some of the times they might say yes. It just depends. Okay, so then what happened?
So I took it. I bought it, brought it home, and I started looking it up. And it looks like it might be a Napoleon III crest.
Okay.
So
come closer for me.
Much about it.
Okay, you're going to find a lot about it right now. First of all, if you look at the N at the top and you look at the manner in which you have these other elements, those elements, they look like Sphinx with wings. Mm-hmm. Those elements, of course, are Napoleon III is what we call them, or Napoleon III. The other thing that you're seeing, of course, are the crossed swords and the crown, and of course, many of the attributes that are on what we call baronial or, of course, royal plates. Now, this plate is at least 8 inches in diameter?
At least, yeah, it might be more.
For your $4.99 piece, that piece dates, of course, to the mid to the late 19th century. If it were, of course, Napoleon Bonaparte, that would be the early part of the 19th century. So we're going later, right? Later in the 19th century. And it has 22 karat gold. It has the correct Sèvres, which, of course, is the historic pottery factory that dates back to Louis XIV, Louis XV, of course, to the 1700s. Of course, the clay came from where else? Limoges, France, which is where you want the clay from. That's why that clay is nice, white, and bright. And all of that insignia, or what we call in art history iconography, the icons or the iconography around that plate, is extremely important. That plate probably would have been utilized within, of course, one of the palaces in France. It's a lovely piece. It's wonderful that you have a family heritage to France, and value on that plate, $300 for that one plate for your $4.99. I applaud you for trying to get 99 cents, get it for 99 cents, but at $5, you did very, very well.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Now, what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to put it? Is it going to go in a cabinet? Is it going to go in a curio cabinet? Is it going to go on a plate stand on the wall, or a plate stand, like the ones I sometimes have here on the set, on in a dining room? Do you have pets? Do you have little kids who like to play baseball in the house? What's happening at your house?
No, it's going to go on a shelf up high so no one can get near it.
Okay, great. And make sure you write a little note about the appraisal, and make sure you write a little note about what you paid at Goodwill too. You know what I'm going to say? That's a real bargain.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Congratulations. Good for you. What fun. What fun. That's a beautiful example of a historic piece, of course, a royal piece, and one that also connects to her family. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. I like it. Thank you very much for the super chats and the super stickers. They help to support the channel. They help me and, of course, my team. God love my team. I don't know how they do it. Me and my team, first they have to put up with me. But other than that, to do all of this, that helps us to, of course, create more videos for you. And, of course, to make these videos so there's stuff that you really want. But I want you to watch these other videos. I'm happy when I hear, I've been watching the binge link, using the binge link. And the reason why I'm happy about that is because that puts all of the videos in order. And it also will give you videos that aren't only displayed here. So it'll give you those videos that I do for other places, in other places. So you won't miss a video if you use the binge link. And it's easy. You have to just cut and paste that binge link and save it. You can bookmark it into your web browser, however you want to do it. But it is an organizational thing. And it also gives you, a lot of you are saying, Dr. Lori, I've seen all of your videos. Well, I find that hard to believe because there's thousands of videos. So I want you to make sure that you're seeing as many as you can. So you get all this information, this free information that I'm providing to you happily. And I want you to get it. I want you to love it as much as I love seeing all of you. My guests are here from all over. And I'm happy and glad that you're appreciating and enjoying, of course, our system here. It's working out so well. That's great. Oh, it's you. Yes, it's you. That was a cute surprise. She's like, oh, it's me. It's me. Right? All right. And then I've got a paperweight, and then I've got a brooch. Wow. I like all of these. I like the red, white, and blue sort of, 4th of July-ish beaded necklace. I like the paperweight, which is lamp work. And you can see the latticino, basically the lattice inside, which is very typical of the Italians in Murano. And I like the detail of the frosted, and of course, the plain gold brooch too, the little floral brooch. Gee, I don't know. Well, we talked about jewelry, and we talked about, let's take the glass. Let's take a look at the paperweight. And then I probably have to do those other pieces of jewelry because I love it. Hi, I'm Dr. Lori. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Dr. Lori?
I'm good. What's happening?
Well, I found this just today. I don't normally go to Goodwill.
You don't? Why don't you go to Goodwill? Where do you
no,
normally
not during
go?
the week.
Because you're busy?
Work, I'm too tired. But today I said, let me go. Let me see. Yeah. And this somebody put it back after picking it up, and I picked it up fast.
Oh, and they picked it up. They put it back, and you said, I'm going to swoop it up. Yeah.
And they took something that looked good, and then I saw what they left behind. So I'm like, all right, that looks good. So I grabbed this.
Yeah, that looks good. So maybe they don't know, or maybe they were thinking about their wallet. Who knows? Is it marked?
Yes. On the back.
What's your name, darling? What's
Jackie.
your name?
Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. So tell me, it's marked what?
It actually is. There's like a little scratch of China on the back here. Like it's very hard. It's hard to see it. You have to look at a certain angle. And I did a little research, and these were popular. This might be, I was thinking, from China in the 1920s, because they like to imitate Murano, I think.
They like to imitate a lot of things.
Okay.
And a lot of people like to imitate a lot of things. Not only the Chinese, but a lot of cultures imitate a lot of other cultures. Delft came out of being imitated from, of course, the Chinese, from Canton ware. I mean, everything gets imitated from other things. Royal Copenhagen is imitating, of course, Delft, and back and forth. But I digress. Here's the thing about your piece. Your piece is, in fact, the type of blown glass that your piece has can't be from the 1920s, but it could be from the 1950s. The other thing about it is, because if you look at the flowers they basically layer atop each other, right? So there's the leaves are in the back, and then you got the orange petals, and then you got the yellow petal, and then you've got the stamen or the middle petal, right? The middle. So you have that, excuse me. So basically that's why I think it's later than the 20s and probably more into the 1950s, 1960s era. The fact that it is marked China is necessary because, of course, of import-export rules. You got to mark it if it's coming into another country. And then the other thing I like about it is size. So it looks like it's at least 3.5 inches in diameter, correct?
Yeah, about that. Mm-hmm.
And you're right about latticino, Jackie, because basically, though that crisscross of basically what looks like the white rods in the back is, of course, trying to mimic the Italians, and that dates all the way back. Value on your piece? How much did you pay?
99 cents.
99 cents is a wonderful number, isn't it? Don't you like it? Under $1. You gotta like that, right? Under $1, it's 99 cents. Great. I would say value on your piece. Hold it up for me one more time. Let me see it very well. There you go.
Oh, here we go.
I like it there. I like it. I like it. I wish it were Italian, because then I could say it's worth $75. In this particular case, it's worth $35.
Okay, good. I like it.
But for 99 cents, you can't beat it.
Thank you.
To make 35 times what it's worth, that's not happening a lot. So that's
not
good
a bad
for you.
Deal at all.
It goes to show you that, even if you're tired after work, go take a spin around Goodwill. Go take a spin around that auction or that antique shop. Go take a spin, because you know what? A little bit of retail therapy is not going to hurt, right?
Oh, it was good for me. It was very good. It was just what I needed today.
Good to see you. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you so much.
Sure, it's my pleasure. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Paperweights, a lot of people will actually walk by paperweights. I won't give all my videos away, but there was another paperweight story that was really pretty fantastic that's coming up in another video coming up soon. So make sure you're using that binge link and watching those videos, because I'll tell you exactly what they're worth and what to look for, so it'll save you time when you're in those thrift stores. What kind of ring am I wearing? Looks like glass. This is a glass ring from Murano. It certainly is. It's a glass ring from Murano. I don't know if you can see it. But basically, it, of course, is from Murano. I bought it my first time in Venice, which was a long, long time ago. And this particular ring is, I don't know if you can see the back of it. It's kind of open, so it kind of fits all different hands. My hands are big because I'm big, but I was wearing glass, and I thought I'll wear a little bit of glass. So thank you so much, Deanne. You're sweet. I do worry about how do I look. I have a little bit of a, do I look all right in that? Do I look all right in this? So anyway, but the ring is fun. It's a little big, it's a little big. I like a big ring, but I like a ring that's a little bit not this big. But they're blowing glass rings, and a lot of them are inexpensive if you purchase them there. This was very inexpensive, but this is probably 20 years old. So purchased on the street in Murano when they used to sell them right on the streets. Now you have to go, of course, to Murano to the actual. You have to go to the actual, of course, furnaces. The actual glass blowing centers and buy the pieces there. They're a lot more expensive than they used to be, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's wonderful to purchase something like that, even if it's only a few bucks when you're on vacation. So I've been lucky to travel the world. And when you're on vacation, you can really see things. I was actually working, but it felt like vacation because I wasn't home. Anyway, my guests are here. Let's see what they've got. Okay, well, something happened. That's a much better connection there. And then we have a piece of what looks like Florentine glass there. And then we've got this brooch. We've got this nice brooch. I was talking about brooches earlier on Facebook. For those of you who were looking at Facebook, I said, I'm going to wear a particular brooch, and I'm wearing my Swarovski. This one is the moon and the stars brooch. Let's take a look at this brooch here. It is it's gold, and it also has, it also looks like a flower. Do you have a piece
Hi, Dr. Lori.
Hi, honey. Do you have a piece of paper or something you can put behind that? Or maybe you can put it up to your... Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Is that piece marked?
Yes, it's Trifari.
And will you back up, please? Perfect. Right there is great. So Trifari is, of course, one of the brand names we're always looking for. I give you lists of these names, not only on my website, but also on the videos. And that one has a crown with the Trifari mark. And does it have a C for the copyright symbol on it as well? If you're unsure, it should have a crown and then on the T of Trifari, and then there should be a C in a circle, which is the copyright symbol, which indicates that the piece was made after the middle part of the 1950s. So these are some of the actual marks, the maker's marks you need to look for. How does the clasp work? Is the clasp relatively tight when it closes?
Yes.
Does it stay on your blouse well?
Yes, it does.
Let's see the front, and what's your first name?
My name's Kelly.
Kelly, it's nice to see you, hon. How did you acquire this?
A friend of mine found it in a box of clothes that he had a tenant that moved.
Oh, I see. Great. This particular piece, one of the ways that you can tell that it's late 1950s, early 1960s is, of course, the two-tone, the plain, right? The frosted gold tone metal, as well as then what we call the plain metal as well. Value on the piece, $50 for Trifari. And if it was a gift, that's all the better. We like free.
Thank you. I'm from Muncie, Indiana, Ball State.
Nice to meet you. Ball State.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, a beautiful
Thank
campus.
you.
I've been to Ball State before, a beautiful campus.
It
and
is.
A wonderful part of the country, Indiana. So all my friends out in the Midwest.
I'm hoping to have a video call with you soon.
Okay, well, anytime. Video calls are easy to book at drloriv.com. And at the time of this taping, a video call where you get an appraisal of 3 objects with me, and I'll answer your questions, is only $49. So
great. I will see you.
Okay, we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Dr. Lori. You're amazing.
Thank you, sweetheart. You are too. It's nice to see you. I'm Dr. Lori. You're all amazing. It's nice to be with you. Thank you very much for your super chats and super stickers. I'll see you next time.